We have lots of questions coming from you, and we've got one today that is very pertinent to the batting lineup and to, of course, Abraham Benjamin de Villiers. It's a question we ask, but we've allowed it to come from all of you on hashtag Cricbuzz Live. Is Bangalore still over-reliant on AB de Villiers? Now, we've just talked up Virat Kohli, but we know with Aaron Finch not quite firing, Padikkal started well, but maybe just levelling off. What's your answer to that, Simon Doull?
I don't think they're overly reliant. I mean, look, if you've got a guy in good form and he's making the most of it, that's fine. You know, they still rely heavily on their bowling unit. I think that's been the worst part of their cricket for the last 4 or 5 seasons. So they rely heavily on those guys getting it right. I think the addition of Morris has been good. He's looking really fit, really strong and bowling quickly. They haven't quite had the productiveness out of Aaron Finch that they would have been looking for. And you're right about Padikkal. He started well, but he's had 3 innings now in the last 4 or 5 that have been less than a run a ball. And that's been put a little bit of extra pressure, I think, on the likes of Kohli and de Villiers. So they are just somewhat reliant on him, but you have to be able to rely on your big name players who you pay a lot of money to. So I don't think they're overly reliant, but they should be able to rely on a guy like that anyway.
Yeah, Pommie, subtle difference between reliance and over-reliance.
Yeah, and in that question, there was also the word still. You know, are they still over-reliant? No, I think teams rely on their players. So if you have a de Villiers in your team, you rely on him to do what AB de Villiers can do. If you have a Virat Kohli in your team, you rely on him to do what Virat Kohli can do. And I know as we look at numbers, and we put Superman before him, right? That's why every other franchise would want him, because this is what he can do. He bats at a strike rate that's absolutely insane. And each time that and I'll segue some other topic into this, each time that they allow him to bat for a lot of deliveries and he comes off, this is what happens, right? He gets his runs at nearly 200 per 100, right? That's what happens. So you've got to allow him the time to affect the game. You've got to allow him the time to effectively win you the game, because that's what he does. If he's there batting for 60 balls, well, good luck to the other team, right? And we'd say that every time. And there are not many we'd say that of, but he's one of them. So you have him, you use him. And I don't think it's over-reliant. I think it's just what it is.